Hey guys, what's going on? This is EJ Uno, and I am back with a storytelling. Well, first of all, I want to say that I haven't posted like this in a while about like storytelling or did some storytelling. So I was like, you know what? I want to do another one, but this isn't another one that I want to do just because it's just something like that, something like okay, I just want to do it. I just had to get this out off my chest and just talk about it because I just got so upset. You guys know I do the toy review, and I do technology review on cell phones and all that stuff. So never has this happened to me, but it really pissed me off though. It really did. So I'm gonna talk like I'm not even talking to the camera. So sometimes I might make eye contact and sometimes I won't. But so this would happen. I'm gonna put a picture up here. It might came before, maybe came after. I don't know. I'm gonna put it up there. So I went by this store right here in Cedar Hill, Texas, and it was an AT&T store. Okay, so my thing is, I understand. I used to work in sales. I used to work for Sprint. I turned down AT&T. I worked for this place called Premium Wireless, you know what I'm saying? Cell phone places. I'm not afraid to say I work for those places or anything like that. So I understand how the sale thing goes. So the thing is just that, so when you ask somebody something and you're like talking to them and you're just filling them out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Trying to make conversation. You probably care sometimes. You probably don't care sometimes. So, whatever it is, that may be. But you don't ever use what they say against them in a bad way. The only thing that you should actually take from when you talk to somebody is use it to make a sale. That's how they teach you on when you do make sales. Get to know your customer. While you're knowing them, use that to your advantage to make a sale, not to bring them down. So, on that being said, I walked inside again, this Cedar Hill AT&T piece of shit store. Just want to let you guys know that. Okay. I walked up, this black dude, he was taking the sale. Okay. I went in there prior to that. Everything was fine. I got a phone or whatever for me, my wife, my daughter, blase like that. It was all good. You know what I'm saying? I went in again and, I'm getting a phone. He asked me, so what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? That's okay. That's normal talk. I said, I work at a, essential store and, I do YouTube sometimes on the side, whatever. Oh, you do YouTube? I said, yeah, I do YouTube. You should check me out, whatever. I said, give my YouTube name. I said, yeah. I said, hey, he said, I like watching YouTube. I said, yeah, hey, comment below. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was talking. I was doing YouTube thing right there, but I was like, just, do what you do. Like, I was there just to try to get the cell phone. I wasn't trying to be there to try to promote my YouTube thing or whatever. So then he was like, okay, so my thing is like this. I can be undecisive about something that I really want to get. When you get tied into a contract, see, somebody will talk you into whatever, a car, a cell phone, a house, whatever. So you want to make sure, for instance, they talk me into this controller. You want to make sure before you make that decision, something that you're going to be stuck with, a car, whatever. You want to make sure you're making the right decision. Not something that you're just like, oh my gosh, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah, like this. Okay, thanks. And then you're stuck with something that's a piece of shit that really is not going to last you whatsoever. And then you see better stuff, better cars, better houses, better deals coming out. In this situation, that happened. So then I bought a LG LG Violet. I understand if you're tuning into this and you tune into my toy things and all that stuff. I understand, you know what I'm saying, you're probably not interested in it, but you know what I'm saying, it's a method to my madness on this storytelling, what I'm saying. So then what happened was like this. I didn't want the LG. I took it back, and then I got a Samsung phone. Okay. These phones are not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, these phones are like $700 phones that are piece of shit phones. And if you're not technically tech savvy, you're really not gonna know what you're getting. Like, somebody can sell you a $800 phone and then have another phone on the side right there that costs $200-$300 less, and you'll get more than the expensive phone for a cheaper price with the other phone. But they're just doing that because it's the sale of the week. It's the sale that they got to sell out. It's a whole lot of other stuff to it. So I was indecisive, and it's like, and then I just brought the phone back. So I just wanted to return it. They gave me some issue, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they greet you with a smile. Then, you know, when they see that they can't sell you nothing, that's when the asshole kicks in. So then when they see that they can't sell you something, or it's not going to benefit them, it's like, oh, kick you out the door, act like I don't know you, fuck you, whatever it's called. So then they were like, okay, the process was going through. And then he was like, oh, I can't return this because you exchanged it, and you're only allowed one exchange. Okay, first of all, AT&T, that's what I want to call out first. Is this that? So they told me, which I didn't know, which he said I expect that you don't want to read you don't read like the back of the receipt. I wouldn't either. I mean, who reads any receipt? I mean, seriously, unless you're like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing, but I mean, unless you're like old, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, he was like, you know, you're only allowed one exchange or one return. So my thing is, I didn't know that. So what I am doing is, all I wanted to do was, when I brought back the LG for the Samsung. I got that. But then they had a cheaper phone that did more than the Samsung that I was exchanging for another Samsung, and looked way better than the LG Velvet. So my thing is, I finally got what I wanted. I wasn't happy with the two other phones, but I was going to be satisfied with the third phone that I exchanged it for, because it did everything I wanted to do. I really didn't have to have no insurance, because that's what they push a lot. When you go and get a contract, when you go and get any type of phone or whatever, they push insurance. This one had IP68. For you guys who don't know what IP68 is, it's a water thing. Okay, imagine you're in the shower. You're on the toilet. You're swimming. You're somewhere right there. It's raining. You know what I'm saying? Like, water gets into your electronic thing. That's it. It's going. You know what I'm saying? And if you get insurance, okay, but you still come out of pocket paying some insurance fee for it to get fixed. It gets messed up. You pay for it being broken. So I want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we know what I'm saying? If the water's waterproof, then I can't get no water damage. So I'm not gonna worry about insurance. The camera was fantastic. The color, the shape, the look of the phone was just off the chain. It was just great. So I was like, you know what? I gotta get this. Okay, I was indecisive. Now I know what I want. So then I got up there. They're running around telling me all this other stuff, why they can't do it or anything like that. The thing that got to me is, I can understand if you can't do it. And they're saying, okay. And I was like, okay, I just want to cancel the line. I said, I just don't want the phone. Don't even worry about me getting the phone that I want. Just cancel the line, because I don't want to be stuck for 30 months and paying for something that I don't want. They didn't like that, because when that happens is, if you work in sales like I do, if you cancel a line, then the person who hooked you up with that line, the store that gave you that service, they take a hit for that, which means is they lose out on that sale, which they are really not trying to do at all. So then he was trying to, basically just didn't want to help me out. So then when it came down to going back to what I said in the beginning about the black dude who originally helped me, and the phone that I was trying to get, he told them, okay, that I did YouTube and I was reviewing phones and taking them back, which was totally not even the situation. Because first of all, like I told you, I was on AT&T. Obviously, I had to have a post-pay account, which is a contract, which means it goes on my credit. Which means is I knew that it was a limit on which you could return or exchange. I just wasn't technically, didn't know which one that, what the wheres and abouts was going to be about it. But one thing I was not doing was I was not taking the phone and making a review on it to put on YouTube. I was literally trying to find a phone that I was going to be satisfied with. So after he told them that, which was probably on a day that I wasn't even there, and I guess I came in, and then I guess I was like, oh, there he is, blah, blah, there he is. So I guess they already had this thing ready to go, this plan ready to go, and all this stuff. So when going back to when the guy was going to change it to help me with it, okay, 3 of the managers, it was this Caucasian girl, this other Caucasian guy, this other Caucasian guy, or whatever. So then they were all 3 managers. They said, okay, well, hold a minute. They went into the corner. I see them talking. He comes back. He tells me like, hey, well, the computer won't let me. He was over in the corner. I guess he didn't think I saw him, but he was over in the corner. They were talking for like 5-10 minutes or something like that. So then what pissed me off is he wasn't even doing, I could see if he came over and said, look, the dude told me you did YouTube. He told me you did all this other stuff. So we can't help you. But he was acting like they were over there trying to go to the computer, help out, do all this other stuff, and they couldn't do it. So then he just basically pushed me away, gave me some BS story. So then what made me upset about it though is that he just didn't even, he couldn't even be honest. So so they told me, oh, you got to go home, call AT&T, send the phone back. Went home, called AT&T. AT&T sent me back to the same store. I came back there after all this that I've been saying, guys. All this I've been saying. The one manager that came out, I guess she was scared or whatever, she's the one who told me, hey, the guy was saying, and the reason why we can't service you is because he told me that you guys you were doing YouTube and you were taking the phones and you were taking the phones and you were reviewing them and then taking them back. And which was totally not the thing. And totally not the situation. Totally not in my agenda to even do that. Because you guys already know, every time I do a review, I pay out of pocket. It's Metro PCS like every time, if not Cricket Wireless, if not just a phone that I just bought out of my own pocket. So my thing is, I love you guys. I love YouTube. I love all this stuff, but I am not going to buy a phone on a contract and mess up my credit. So then, so the point that I was trying to make out of all this is, if you're going to talk to somebody and you're going to get to know them and you're in sales or you're just talking to them on a regular basis, don't use something that you're just having a conversation about, a very, very, very short little conversation about. Use it against them. You know what I'm saying? Because what he didn't know is that, first of all, I am not like certified YouTube. I'm not getting phones mailed to me for free or nothing like that. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I like literally, I've been doing this YouTube channel for like a long time, and I just love doing it. I love doing my toy reviews, love doing my technology reviews, love doing my vlogs, love doing, just all sorts of types of stuff on my channel. But it was just like I told the manager, if they would have just came up to me and been real and asked me that, it would have been a whole different story. Instead, things went sideways, things went the wrong way, and it was just like this store once again put a bad like spot in my heart. That I'm just like, they were like criticizing me, judging me, just like being so judgmental off of what one dude said because of a little conversation that I had. It just made me think that he was really just like hating against me, despiteful against me, mad about, for what reason, I don't know. But I guess I'm not going to keep rambling on about this, but I just wanted to say is out there is like, the point of my story is that when you talk to somebody and you get to know somebody, or you just having a short conversation, a long conversation, don't take something and use it in a negative way against them. Always be positive. Keep it to yourself. If you think it's something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Go out there and talk to the person. Be real. You know what I'm saying? Be, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be despiteful. Don't be despiteful and just be cruel and then all that stuff, because you'll make an ass of yourself, because basically you're assuming. So you're assuming is making everybody else assume. And it's like, really, it's really not like that at all, because they should have did their schoolwork. They should have did all this other stuff, and they would have realized, like, man, okay, well, shoot, he's not. We can see if he's like a witch collar big time or something like that. You know, I wish to be one day, but you know what I'm saying. Right now, no, not like that. But don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying. Get to know the person. Get to, you know what I'm saying. If it's going to be a pass by like talk, and they're coming in there and they're just like, you know what I'm saying, they're just, you know, out to do something, and you see it, and you're in sales, or you trying to get to know somebody, or you're trying to make a sale, don't use that against them. Always be positive, think positive, be positive, and don't ever get that low on the ground to make somebody feel uncomfortable about that. So on that being said, I just wanted to share this story the storytelling to you about a situation I had at an AT&T store in Cedar Hill. And if you're nearby that, trust me, I wouldn't even go by that store, because it's just it was a bad experience, and I just wanted to share it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm such a positive person, and I'm always just being like, you know, positive about things, and that really got to me that I had to share that. So on that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and I'll be back with more.